welcome to our webinar. So can you guys hear me? If you guys can hear me, just say yes or give a thumbs up, and then I guess we can start. So can you hear me, guys? Good evening. Yes. So can you hear me? Okay, that's great. That's great, Anand. That's nice that you can hear me. Uh, let me just check something else here. Okay, what about the rest? Can you guys hear me as well? We're kind of having some kind of a connection issue. Okay. Okay, the sound is bad. Okay. Guys, can you hear me now? Okay, so that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Okay, so welcome to our webinar. Let me just check my connection again to be sure that everything is going to work fine, and I guess it's going to work fine. Okay, so welcome to our webinar. So today we're going to focus on 4 essential skills to achieve a band 9 in reading. So all these skills are going to be important if you want to achieve a very high band score. And even to achieve a band 9, well, these skills are going to be important. So that's why the whole webinar is going to be a game changer. So since you guys are from the online plus and the expert course, I would like to kind of, briefly speak about IELTS reading. So we all know that we have 60 minutes. There'll be 3 passages. The first will be the easiest. The second will be more complex. And the last will be the most complex. Now, those who are taking general IELTS, well, it's going to be even easier for you all. But that's why for the first section, you'll have 2 passages. The second section, again, you'll have 2 passages, and the third one, you'll have 1 passage, which will be the most challenging. Each passage will be about 700 to 900 words long and contain 6 to 10 paragraphs. So there'll be 6 to 10 paragraphs from 700 to 900 words. So do you see that we are not supposed to read the whole passage? We can't read 700 to 900 words, especially if there are 3 to 4 passages. That's about 2,700 words you have to read within 60 minutes. Now, that is not practical. That's why we need to know how to skim read a paragraph, how to scan, how to kind of, underline the keywords, and also we need to kind of, rephrase. So all these skills are going to be important if you want to achieve a very good score. In total, there'll be 40 questions in the reading test. That is, each of the 3 passages will have between 12 and 14 questions. The reading test will be the second test in the IELTS exam, just after the listening test. Now, I'll come back to the first point. The reading test is 60 minutes long. Very often, when we prepare on our own at home and when we do reading test, we don't find it very challenging. We say reading is fine. I am able to answer all the questions. But at the exam, we tend to feel a bit different. We run out of time. We say I don't know why, but I ran out of time. I couldn't answer all the questions. Why does it happen? Number one, I always tell my students, before you take the exam, especially the last week before the exam, you must do at least 2 or 3 complete reading tests, and with a timer. You need to understand how you're managing your time. And then, guys, now we have, let's say, 60 minutes. So during those 60 minutes, spend around 15 minutes for the first passage. Spend about 15 to 20 minutes for the second passage, and then have at least 25 minutes for the last passage. So manage your time. Then the next one, if you feel like you're spending a lot of time, focus on the question type where you spend most of your time. So it could be matching headings, it could be true, false, not given. So you need to understand which question type you spend most of your time. Maybe it could be true, false, not given. Maybe it could be multiple choice questions. Maybe it could be like, finding information from a paragraph. So seems to me I'm kind of having some issues with my presentation today. Sometimes these webinar platforms can give you surprises, especially. Okay, guys, just give me a second. Okay, so I am really having some issues loading my presentation today. Oh, okay, so bit lucky now. So that's great. So types of questions in reading, be it general reading or academic reading, you will have matching headings, true, false, not given, yes, no, not given. Now, the difference between true, false, not given and yes, no, not given is actually that with true, false, not given, you need to see whether the statement is true, false, or whether it's not given. Yes, no, not given is based on the writer's opinion or view. So that's why the writer does mention it, or that's why we say yes. Maybe he doesn't, so it's a no or not given. Multiple choice questions, summary completions, short answer questions, sentence completions, and locating information in a paragraph. Now, if you take summary completions, sentence completions, and short answer questions, the strategies are almost the same. So they are not that complicated. So it's going to be easier. So the 4 skills, like I said, skimming, scanning, paraphrasing, identifying the keywords. So we have skimming, scanning, paraphrasing, identifying the keywords. So all 4 skills are important. Now, very often I hear this excuse. Some students say, I don't believe in these skills, or I just don't like to kind of, skim read a paragraph. I prefer to read the whole paragraph and then answer the question. Or these skills, these strategies are not for me. They don't work for me. Now, we should not have such kind of an attitude, because you need to understand when you prepare for this exam, we have a syllabus. Now, the syllabus is actually introduced by the British Council. And also we need to understand that when you prepare, time management is important. I've already mentioned that. So when we read a whole passage, when we have a lot of time at home, we can listen to some background music, have a cup of coffee, read the whole passage, understand, engage ourselves, and then we can find the answers for sure. But the thing is, we do all these things with a purpose. One day when you live in Canada or in Australia, working for a company, maybe you need to give your answer within 2 hours reading a document. So maybe the employer says, I need your answer within 2 hours. You can't say like, okay, I'm going to take my time. I don't believe in some strategies. I'm going to read word by word with a cup of coffee and I'll give my opinion. It doesn't happen like that, right? The purpose of IELTS is to show that you can use English fluently, comfortably in a native environment. That's why skimming, scanning, paraphrasing, and also how to identify keywords, they're going to be important. So please understand that, guys. About skim reading. Now, skim reading can have different definitions. But what I would say is, when we speak about skim reading, it's all about fast reading. You read quickly to understand the general idea. So the definition of skim reading would be to read quickly and understand the general idea. Now, there are ways of doing that. So here we have an exam tip. It's actually from the platform. You have limited time to take the IELTS exam. So read only what you need to know in order to do the task. It is a good idea to read the first sentence of a short paragraph only. In longer paragraphs, read the first and last sentence. This technique is called skim reading. Now, we read the first sentence of a paragraph to understand the general idea. When we read the last sentence, we know it becomes more specific. Remember, a paragraph is structured like this. We have the general idea. The topic sentence always has the general idea. Or when you read the topic sentence, in many cases, you will understand what a paragraph is about. And as you know, when we read further, the points become more specific. We will see reasons, we will see examples. That's why when you read the last sentence, it'll give you some kind of a confirmation. So when you read the last sentence, you will be able to understand that this paragraph is about X. Or maybe this paragraph is about the advantages of public transport. So that's why we read the first sentence of a paragraph and then we read the last sentence of the paragraph. So that's what skim reading is all about. So here, guys, I want you to read only the first sentence and the last sentence. Then, guys, if you're not sure, let's say you feel like A is also correct, B is also correct. So read the first and the last sentence, choose a heading, and if you are not very sure, if you feel that both headings are suitable, then look those headings and see keywords and see if you can find specific information in the middle of the paragraph. So identify the keywords or the most important words from those headings and see, based on those keywords, if you could find specific information or keywords in the middle of the paragraph. Could you please tell me which heading is suitable? It's also from the platform, but it's just a warm-up. Is it A, B, or C? Svetlana says it's E. Okay, Elizabeth, it's B. Luba is saying it's B. Great. Well done. So everyone is saying that it's B. Very good. Now, since the beginning, trees have furnished us with two of life's essentials, food and oxygen. Today, their value continues to increase, and more benefits of trees are being discovered as their role expands to satisfy the needs created by our modern lifestyle. So, since the beginning, that means from the past, ever since we speak about humanity and so on, since the beginning, trees have furnished us with two of life's essentials, food and oxygen. So I will speak about the role of a tree. The last sentence says, today, their value continues to increase and more benefits of trees are being discovered as their role expands to satisfy the needs created by our modern lifestyles. So here I have three headings. I'll start with C. It says, the persistence of trees in the human memory. Now, when I read the first sentence, I really understand that this heading is not suitable. It's really off topic. If I read A and B, A says, everyday and unexpected human needs met by trees. And B says, the changing value of trees with the development of human civilization. If I look at A, guys, everyday unexpected needs. Unexpected needs every day. Now, if I look at the paragraph, this first one says, since the beginning, trees have furnished us with two of life's essential food and oxygen. And if I read the last sentence, it says, today, their value continues to increase and more benefits of trees are being discovered as their role expands to satisfy the needs created by our modern lifestyle. So their value is it keeps increasing, but doesn't say about unexpected, sudden. One day it provides us with something that we didn't expect. So we don't see any point there. So B says, the changing value of trees with the development of human civilization, modern lifestyles, or trees are being discovered as their role expands to satisfy the needs created by our modern lifestyles. And also, guys, if you look at the middle of the paragraph, it says, as we evolved, they provided additional necessities such as shelter, medicine, and tools. So that's why B is the most suitable. Now, you guys might be wondering why I'm explaining it so much, because I want you to understand the principles. That way, you guys are going to be 100% accurate. What about this? Read the first sentence and the last sentence, understand the general idea, then go through the headings, choose the correct heading. Is it A, B, or C? Well done. Very good. So everyone is saying it's B. Okay, that's great. So everyone is saying it's B. Well done, Anna. Well done, Svetlana. Elizabeth, yes, well done. But Very good. Hmm. Very good. Now, it can't be A. It can't be A. Like many animals, like how trees reduce harmful elements in their natural surroundings. It can't be A. Then now B or C. We have to be sure, right? We can't have both headings, so we have to be very sure, Luba, here. So, how trees are useful for wildlife? Let's start with C. Why animals eat leaves from trees. Now, we know that the topic sentence gives us a general idea. The last sentence confirms the heading. And if you see some points in the middle, it will make us more confident with our choice. So many animals, including elephants, koalas, and giraffes, eat leaves for nourishment. Now, that's why maybe we might feel C is suitable, but that's just a topic sentence. Flowers, sorry, the last sentence, guys. Leaf covered branches keep many animals, such as birds and squirrels, out of the reach of predators. So it's like more like protection. So it's not just leaves. So C says why animals eat leaves from trees. Why? Do we see reasons? Do we see reasons about, like, they eat leaves for hunger, or maybe they eat leaves for as a way to prevent diseases? Do you see anything about that? No. And in the middle, to confirm that it's B, you also see animals also eat much of the same fruit that we enjoy. Then also, flowers are eaten by monkeys, and nectar is a favorite of birds, bats, and many insects, but not anything about why animals eat leaves from trees. So, matching heading is actually very easy if you follow these steps, because it's important. So, one more time, before we do some more tasks, remember the steps. First, read the first and the last sentence. Then, predict what kind of a heading is suitable. So, on your own, you try to kind of say that this paragraph is about. Try to make an assumption. That's very important. That's step 2. Step 3, go through the headings. Okay? And if you feel that more than one heading is suitable, underline the keywords. Like, keywords are like adjectives, adverbs. Those words are also going to be important. So underline the keywords and see if there are points supporting the heading in the middle of the paragraph. So once you go through the heading, once you choose a heading, then see if you can find points supporting that heading in the middle of the paragraph. Now, this is very important, guys. Okay, so let's do it now. Let's see how you guys are going to perform. We are speaking about trees today, trees in trouble. So I would ask y'all to read the first sentence and the last sentence, understand the general idea, and could you please tell me which heading is the best one or the correct one? There can't be any best, the correct heading for this paragraph. I understood, Elizabeth. I understood it's number 2. It's number 2. Yeah, we have numbers here. So, yeah, great. Guys, we have to be very careful with the logic, right? So, now those who say 1, look at the heading. It says, which big trees support the most diverse species? Look at the heading. It says, which big trees support the most diverse species? You see? Do you see points like that mentioned here? Because honestly, the correct heading is 2, how wildlife benefits from big trees. Big trees are incredibly important ecologically. For a start, they sustain countless other species. This allows them to produce massive crops of fruit, flowers, and foliage that sustain much of the animal life in the forest. And then, guys, if you look at the middle, it says they provide shelter for many animals. And their trunks and branches can become gardens hung with green ferns, orchids. And then, so you see, it's about how wildlife benefits from big trees. So that's why these big trees how they contribute to sustain the wildlife. So that's why number 2 is correct. So when you choose a heading, guys, I said once you choose a heading, see if you can find points supporting your heading, whether it really confirms it. That's the only way that you can confirm it. Now, this is not my technique, by the way. It's not like, Master IELTS technique. This is actually the guidelines from the British Council. Now, maybe I have already told you guys, I know it very well because, they encourage that and you guys need to follow it and it becomes very easy. That's it. So one more time, read the first sentence and the last sentence. Make your own heading. See, like, okay, this paragraph is about. Then go through the headings, choose the one which is suitable. Then see if you can find specific information to support that. If you don't, then look through the other headings. So we have 4 headings here. Choose the correct heading. Well done. Very good. Now, isn't that great, right? So you guys got it right. Look, it says only a small number of tree species have the genetic capacity to grow really big. Disrupt any of these, and you can lose your biggest trees. Disrupt any. From that, I understand like some factors which are contributing. So, factors that enable trees to grow to significant heights and to achieve giant stature. A tree needs 3 things: the right place to establish its seeding, good growing conditions, and lots of time with low adult mortality. So, actually, that's why it's number 3. Well done, guys. Very good. Very good. Let's move on to the next one then. Okay, now this is actually your turn to explain why. So I see that many are saying it's number 2, some say it's number 3, and Anna is saying it's number 1. So now you made a choice. You believe it's 1, you believe it's 2, you believe it's 3. So my question is why? Why do you believe it's 2? Can you explain? Why do you believe it's 3? And why do you believe it's 1? Could you just give your reasons based on what? Anna, you can't make an assumption only by the last sentence, yes? But the grass, yes. Svetlana, well done. So yeah, but the thing is, see, number one, how high temperatures slow the rate of tree growth. If you look at the topic census, in some parts of the world, populations of big trees are dwindling because their seedlings cannot survive or grow. And the grass grows up to 4 meters tall and burns fearlessly, creating super hot fires that cause catastrophic tree mortality. Now, here, like, yes, we see about fire, temperature could be the reason. But the thing is, it's the last sentence. So I would always say focus more on the topic sentence. And based on your heading, see whether you can find also more points, like, key points in the middle of the paragraph. So well done, Alisa. Very good. Very good. So that's why the correct heading is number 2, how other plants can cause harm. Again, I'm having issues with my PPT, but I hope. Just a second, guys. We are in control. So yes, it's number 2. So for instance, an aggressive non-native shrub, Lantana camara and camara, then across much of the northern Australia, gamba grass from Africa is overrunning native savanna woodlands. So actually, woodlands, I'm sorry. So that's why it's number 2. How other plants can cause harm. So it should be number 2. Well done, guys. But the thing is, you see, another habit that we should really cultivate is to kind of, when we make mistakes, so if we didn't get the correct answer, learn from it. Because I always tell my students, we don't believe in failures, we believe in results. So yes, we are learning. So next time, let's be more attentive to the middle as well. I'm pretty sure then we can get the correct answer. Now I'm going to make it more challenging. So we have 10 headings. I want you to read the first sentence and the last sentence of the paragraph, then go through the headings. Once you find the correct heading, underline the keywords, see if you can find specific information in the middle of the paragraph. Elizabeth, well done, everybody. Anna. Okay, well done, guys. The explanation is very nice there, too. Well done. Very good. So it's number 9. I also saw number 10, factors that enable trees to grow to significant heights. Factors that enable. See the key, factors that enable. Do I say factors that can enable? But here it shows, like, tree growth could slow in warmer world. Tree growth there declines markedly in warmer years. So it's all about number 9, how high temperatures slow the rate of tree growth. You see, so that's why whenever you read the heading, guys, do the following. See that, factors that enable. That's why I said key, the factors that enable trees to grow to significant height. Factors. So do you see those factors like water, proper temperature, maybe I don't know, soil, like, the soil, the proper soil for the trees to really grow. So whether the soil is nourished, if I can say like that, so those facts, do you see such things? So we also need to kind of interpret in order to find the points properly. So it's number 9. Very good. Great, guys. So now what the next step should be to focus on the practice task. That's why on the platform, you first learn matching headings. The webinar also gives you some kind of an insight, or I try to enlighten you guys. So next time when you see a matching heading, don't have that attitude like, oh, I don't understand. But you should always be curious to learn and also to implement. In case you find it challenging, then you should actually discuss it with us. Yeah, so that's about matching headings. Now, next one is how to identify keywords. It's a very important point. So, keywords are numbers, adjectives, adverbs, ordinal numbers. Now, numbers, names, ordinal numbers, these things are very crucial. But when there are adjectives and adverbs, they might be replaced with synonyms. So it's going to help us with paraphrasing, because we always know that when we try to locate the information can be there and it will be paraphrased. So that's why when you see adjectives and adverbs, you need to kind of, paraphrase on your own. That will also be very effective. But we're going to do that now. So can you guys tell me? So again, we have a bit of a loading issue here. Mm-hmm. One second, guys. Guys, can you hear me very well? Because I feel like the platform is kind of, freezing a bit. Can you guys hear me? Mm-hmm. Okay, okay, great, 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 great. So, one second then. Okay, guys. Okay, that's great. Fine. So now the task is to identify the keywords. A, when was the first program released? B, where is the biggest building located? C, how often do they meet in the city center? Let's take one at a time. Can you tell me the keywords in A? When was the first program released? What are the keywords here? When was the first program released? Anna, absolutely. First is a keyword, but there could be more. First program, first is important, absolutely. When first, yeah, first program released, absolutely. Released is also an important verb here, absolutely. Could you please tell me what other words we can use instead of release? How to replace this with what can be replaced? Release. To release, can you give me synonyms for release, guys? Release, launch. Lovely, Anna. Lovely, Anna. Very good. Launch. So when it was launched, we can say release, launch, or yeah. Svetlana, came out is better. Did may you see you can make it, but but you release means when you present it to the public, right? When you present it to the public. So launch is ideal. When it came out, I would say yes, we can use it based on the context. So launch is the the most appropriate, I would say. But well done, guys. B. So I'm sorry. A. By the way, what kind of info are we looking for? What piece of information do we need to look for? When was the first program released? When? Time. Svetlana, very good. Time, a period, maybe a date, right? To be more precise, Elizabeth, yes, date. So, do you see? Keywords are important because it will help you to interpret or to understand the question well. Then, when you're locating, you know what exactly to look for. So, that's why it's important. Well done. Very good, guys. A B. Where is the biggest building located? Where is the biggest building located? Yes, well done, Elizabeth. Biggest located. Where? And also where biggest located. Yes. Very good, guys. Alisa, well done. Very good. Lovely. Lovely. Yes. Maria, well done. Uh huh. Well done, guys. So, yeah. So, look here. what piece of information do we need to look for? What exactly do we need to look for? Location. Location. The location of the largest building. Yes. Or the place. Yes. Absolutely. Place, location. Exactly. C. How often do they meet in the city center? How often do they meet in the city center? Okay. How often meet city center? You see, not the outskirts, not inside a building, but exactly in the city centers. How often meet city center? Very good, guys. So you see, the keywords are important for us to locate information. So yeah, that particular part is clear. So remember, this is going to be very important, especially when you have to answer true, false, not given, when you have to answer multiple choice questions, when you have to locate the information. You should always identify keywords. Now, this is very important in listening and also in reading. The next one is what we love the most, paraphrasing. Now, I always tell students there are mainly two, and also there's another way, paraphrasing. So one of the most important skills in IELTS is the paraphrasing ability. There are two ways, especially in reading, changing the word order in a sentence, it will be changed, replacing certain words with synonyms, and also there is a third option, a third way, where you can convert the word form. So for example, a noun to a verb, an adjective to an adverb, or the opposite way. So here are a few examples, like more like essay writing. Today we are faced with many problems with our environment. Our environment is faced with many challenges. So imagine if it's a true, false, not given statement, then like a task, then the statement is true, but it is paraphrased. A lot of attention is paid towards global warming. Global warming has drawn a significant amount of attention. So that's paraphrasing for you all. Now, to check your knowledge, can you give me two synonyms or similar expressions for these words and phrases? The first one is a serious issue. How to say it in a different way with the same meaning? A serious issue. A crucial question and a huge problem, main issue, big trouble. Big trouble, yes, all these things are fine. All these things are fine. Svetlana, well done. Paramount importance. Yeah, also, guys, we can say a major concern. A major concern. And we can say a significant challenge. A significant challenge. Significant challenge. And also, guys, we can say an obstacle, right? So we can use such words as well. Very good. Popular. Can you give me two synonyms for popular? It's very simple. Popular, what other words can we use instead of popular, guys? Famous, Famous. We don't have to use E. Widely spread. So, very good. Widespread, widespread. And he is famous, or we can say, well done, Maria. He is well known. He is well known. He's a well known person. Very good. Worldwide renowned for me. For example, we can say, yes, okay, well done, very good. A big advantage. A big advantage. Significant merit, maybe, Svetlana, yes? A big upside is not that suitable here. Benefit, maybe, a significant benefit. Huge pros, like in plural, yes, we can. So here are more examples, guys. A major beneficial point, a considerable advantage, a major benefit, maybe a big, we can use a significant, a major, so we can use such options as well. So widespread, well-known, a major concern, a concerning issue. So those are the options. Now, we are not here to kind of say this is correct and that is wrong. We're not here to judge. what we need to do in reading is to kind of, paraphrase the way we can to kind of, trigger the subconscious mind. Or like, you're more attentive, and it's going to be much easier for you to locate the information and also to understand what is like, written there. So that's going to be much easier. So now we're going to focus on scanning. Now, scanning means searching for specific phrases in the text to answer some questions. The questions in IELTS reading test often include dates, names, numbers, new terms of other keywords. So it's a very good idea to underline those keywords while reading, so you could find the answers in the text more easily. Now, especially guys with true, false, not given, you're not supposed to read the whole passage. So if there are names like dates, numbers, ordinal numbers, this will be helpful for you to kind of, locate the information. So that's about specific information. Then what is very important is if there are like, just a keyword, then sometimes it's going to be like a bit challenging. So that's why we say, like, when you read the question, the second point, when you read the question, identify the keyword and scan the text for it. This way you'll find the answer more quickly. And we, if I'm not mistaken, it's mentioned here. What we say is that, when you read the passage, guys, when you're scanning, you can do it from from bottom to top. That means you go from down to up, or try to read from right to left, not from left to right. Yes, so you kind of read from right to left. This way you can scan or identify a specific word. That's the most important part. So let's do it now. Here we see, how long did William Alexander spend learning French? How long did William Alexander spend learning French? What are the keywords now? Please don't read and answer now. What are the keywords? Let's follow the steps. What are the keywords here? How long? French. Yes. Which word or phrase, well done, guys, which word or phrase would be helpful for you to scan? If you're scanning, which phrase would be helpful for you to quickly locate that? Which phrase or which word? Words. Doesn't matter. Language, yes, but imagine you have 700 words in a passage, and there are like, no, I would use William Alexander and French, and then I will locate the information, guys. But I need to look for the duration, the period he spent to learn French. William Alexander is going to be much easier, and French, because I know that this piece of information could be in one paragraph where it's about French and William Alexander. So I would look for those words. I would scan for those words, and that way I'll be able to find the answer. So can you just scan William Alexander French and read those sentences and tell me the answer? What about the rest? Anna, I want you to also give me the answer again. Elizabeth, yes. But imagine if you have to give only two, not more than two, if you have to mention it within 2 or 3 words. So we would just say a year, right? Maybe it's correct, maybe it's wrong. Yeah, well done. Very good. Maria, what's your answer? Maria. So it says, how long did William Alexander spend learning French? How long, right? So we're looking for how long. Okay. So 1 year. Well done, Maria. Well done. Very good. I was just giving some time for you. Okay. So the correct answer, guys, is 1 year. Well done. Very good. So he says, this he goes. So I'll just come back. I used to joke that I spoke French like a 3-year-old, says William Alexander, the writer, until I met a French 3-year-old and couldn't hold up my end of the conversation. This, he goes on to say, came after a year of intense study. So well done, guys. Very good. That was easy. But what you need to understand is, look, in a passage, there'll be 700 to 900 words, right? Maybe there'll be 5, 6, 7 paragraphs. So when you scan, we can't be just William Alexander, because about William Alexander, it will be mentioned everywhere, so it will be scattered. So French is also a word here which will be helpful for you to scan. So when I scan, I would look for William Alexander French. I would see paragraphs where it's mentioned. Then I would read attentively those sentences where French and Alexander are mentioned, and that way, guys, I'll be able to find the information. That's it. So now let's do true, false, not given. I guess you guys know what is true, false, not given. So you read the statement first, understand, identify the keywords, rephrase it, and then locate the information and see whether the information in the paragraph is true, false, or not given based on the statement. So for example, like this, guys, you can work through parts of a course more than once. So we locate we identify the keywords, and based on the keywords, we scan and we try to locate the info. Once we locate, we try to see whether it's true, false, or not given. But I will again explain the steps. But are you guys ready for the challenge? Is everything clear? Do you guys have questions? Would you like me to explain true, false, not given again? Yeah, Elizabeth, that's a very strong yes. That's great. Okay, great. No questions. Okay, ready. Well done. So guys, what you need to do is you need to see whether the statements are true, false, not given. So if you see that the info that you find is, if it supports the statement, it's true. If it opposes the statement, it's false. If you can't find any piece of information, then it's not given. So that's how it works. So learn with us courses. Learn with us courses. Let's first read the statement, okay? Do with me, please. You can work through parts of a course more than once. What are the keywords, please? You can work through parts of a course more than once. Can you identify the keywords here, please? What are the keywords? The statement. Well done. Work through parts more than one. Those are, you can work through. That means you can work through parts of a course more than once. That means you can repeat the course more than once. So I would actually take that as the keywords. Those are the keywords. I'm sorry. Well done. Then I would actually scan based on this word course. Okay, and I would locate and see. So can you guys tell me whether it's true, false, or not given? Svetlana says it's true. Elizabeth says it's true. Maria said it's true, I guess. Maria wrote, yeah, type T. Evgeny said it's true. Yes, it's true. Stefan, yes, well done. Very good. It's true, guys. So you see, it says all our courses are taken online using a computer. So you can work through the course at your speed, at your own speed, and go back to any session whenever you want. You see, so you can repeat the course or any section whenever you want. So you can go back to any session whenever you want. So you can work through parts of a course, session, parts of a course more than once. So guys, what we say is you read the statement carefully to understand the statement better, underline the keywords, then say it in your own words, rephrase it, and then based on the keywords, try to locate the information and then see whether it's true, false, or not given. So follow these steps. It will be helpful. I want you all to understand me even more, to believe me. Why? Because remember, when they create these questions, those are the steps they follow, especially with matching headings, believe me. Because when we created those tasks on the platform, we really had a Cambridge expert all the way who came down here in 2015 to create those tasks. So that's why, we have to follow those steps, because this is how they also created those questions, and it'll be much easier. So Now, guys, you are on your own. Read the statement carefully, identify the keywords, rephrase it based on certain keywords, could be names, adjectives, adverbs. Try to locate the information and please tell me whether it's true, false, or not given. Stefan, well done. I was just waiting for everyone to answer. Lovely, guys. It's not given. It's not given. Now, here it says the number of courses offered by Learn With Us has increased enormously. Now, that means number of courses. That means from 50 courses to, let's say, 500 courses. Now, that's a significant increase, enormously. Now, it would be false if they say it decreased significantly, let's say from 500 to 50. But here, I came across this sentence. We offer hundreds of courses in a whole range of subjects from reading, writing, and math to business and management, but nothing about increase significantly, right? Nowhere it's mentioned, so it's not given. Now, on the other hand, to be more sure, let's say there are like, three statements. Now, if you found the answer for the third statement, and if you couldn't find anything in the second statement, then guys, it's also not given because it's sequenced. Because let's say the answer for the second statement could be in the second paragraph, and the third will be in the third paragraph, and the fourth will be further. So you will not find the answer for the fourth statement in the second paragraph. So it's actually sequenced accordingly. So that way it's also going to be easier for us. Now you're on your own. Number 3 and number 4. Follow the steps. Take your time. Be attentive. Don't rush. Number 4, be careful. Don't rush. Number 4, read and understand the statement properly, guys. Very often students rush and they give me the wrong answer. It's tricky. So I see that we have some people on Facebook or on YouTube as well. I can't answer all of you, but Mohammed Ali Raza, very good. Well done. So number 3, you guys are saying it's not given. Alisa, number 3, not stated, so not given. Number 4, you're saying it's true. Interesting. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe it's correct. Maybe it's wrong. Only time will tell because I will show the answer a bit later. So just be patient, but we'll see. Svetlana, Elizabeth, okay. Anna, Stefan. Okay, can you guys tell me? Now, I do see everyone is saying it's true. And actually, I'm very disappointed that it's true. Can you guys tell me why it's true? Because I'm very, not disappointed, I'm surprised, actually. Can you guys tell me why it's true? How can it be true? Based on what? Because I also came across this statement. I know you say full, huh? Yes, last sentence, second paragraph. Okay, okay. Yeah, they say they can advise you on the most suitable course. They also work out whether you qualify for funding. So they won't have to pay the full fee for the course, won't have to pay the full fee. Number 4 says you may have to pay to take the Learn With Us course. Svetlana, well done. Very good. Very good. So, guys, yes, I was just trying to kind of, trick you a bit. Well done. It's yes. So it's true. Yes. Yes, true. Fine. So it's yes, because based on the writer's view. So actually, they can advise you on the most suitable course. They'll also work on whether you qualify for funding so that you won't have to pay the full fee, but you still have to pay. Doesn't matter. Maybe 10%, maybe even $1, but still you have to pay. So you may have to pay to take the Learn With Us course. Yes, you have to. You have to. Now, this is where people kind of, complicate students. I mean, they kind of, get confused, or they can answer incorrectly. So we just need to understand modifying adjectives like, may, should, might. They could be a bit tricky. So we just need to understand, and we should understand the statement properly. Number 5, and that's it, guys. Everybody takes the same tester lesson. It was written like that, tester lesson. So everybody takes the same tester lesson. Elizabeth, one more time. You've been performing really well. Elizabeth, one more time. Okay, Elizabeth. Okay. No, but with proper explanation, Elizabeth. You can't just say it's false. Are you sure it's false? I'm just waiting for everyone to type the answers. Okay. Now, look here, guys. It says everybody takes the same tester lesson. You see, you might want to try our tester lesson first. This is a single computer session in any subject of your choice. So that means your choice and my choice would be different, right? So I would take a test lesson on, maybe let's say we are speaking about IELTS reading. Then someone else would take a test lesson on listening. So read it carefully. So it says you might want to try a test lesson first. This is a single computer session in any subject, well done, Elizabeth, of your choice. So your choice and my choice will be different. That's why everybody takes the same test lesson. No, because we take it according to our wishes, like our choices. So like, my choice would be different and your choice would be different. So that's why the answer is false. Fine. Guys, overall, all of you performed really well. Yes, we did have a few hiccups here and there, but overall, you guys performed well. That means you guys know the strategy. You all know what should be done. The only way to reach that higher score, to be 100% perfect, is to learn from the mistakes and keep doing practice tasks. Now, on the platform, we have the strategy for each and every question type. After doing that, guys, Then, I think I will also discuss with Daria, but you guys are in the expert course, so we need more time. Don't do it now. So after, let's say, a couple of weeks, start doing practice test. Now, I actually really love IELTS reading because, number one, it really works, and it's very exciting when you try to implement all these skills, and you will always correct the answers. You will get the correct answer if you just work on it. So so understand why it went wrong. So next time, try to be more attentive. Don't rush. Try to interpret. So just keep practicing, and I'm pretty sure you can achieve a very high score. Guys, do you have questions about reading that you would like to clarify? Do you have questions? Okay, Evgenia. My pleasure, Svetlana. Okay. Okay. Guys, I have a question. Be honest. I want a very honest question. Do you believe do you believe that you can achieve a band 9? Do you believe in it? Band 9, not 7, not 8. No, then that's a mistake. No, not I guess. No, Luba, Svetlana, no, you can't hope. You will. Just tell yourself that I will. Say it loud. It really works. It really works. Say to yourself, I will achieve. As Yeah, no, yeah, but it is, yeah, the dream, but also be like, you have to be self-assertive, so it's called like, you kind of tell it to yourself, and you will find ways. Reading, guys, it's not difficult unless we see or unless we believe that it's difficult. That's why very often we have students who achieve band 9 in listening and band 9 in reading. You will. Yes, that's true, Anna. Luba, I want to answer your question. The thing is, we don't have to understand each and every word. We need to, if we come across an unknown word, try to understand from the context, from the sentence itself. Okay, let me just quickly show you an example. Quickly. I'll show you an example. Look at this. In some parts of the world, populations of big trees are dwindling because their seedlings cannot survive or grow. Once a student asked me, what does it mean, dwindling? How do you understand that word? My question is, based on the context, does it have a negative meaning or a positive meaning? In some parts of the world, populations of big trees are dwindling because their seedlings cannot survive or grow. How do you understand this word? What does it mean? How would you interpret? Dwindling because there's yes, a negative meaning. You understand? So they are reducing, decreasing. See, dwindling because the seedlings cannot survive or grow. You understand? Yes. So that's the most important part, because this is not my advice. That is actually also a technique that we should follow. So we're not supposed to understand each and every word. Don't worry. Understand the general meaning. And also, guys, if you take IELTS writing, if you look at the adjectives, those are the most important words that we have to play with. Because sometimes we feel like, we need to know each and every word for different topics. But no, we just need to understand certain constructions and some common words that we can really use when we write essays. So that's the most important part. Oh, I don't know Russian very well, so I don't know how to help you there, Alisa. I'm sorry. Okay, so guys, that's it then. So that's it for today. No, it's okay. So that's it, guys. So yeah, have a great evening then. So I'm looking forward to teaching you guys next Wednesday. We're going to actually focus more on grammar and writing, some phrases that we should use, and how to kind of, when you write different essays, some constructions that will be very helpful in the long run, because that's actually included in the expert course. So it's a very important lesson. So we will have our webinar at 7 p.m. next Wednesday. And anyway, you will get the invitation. So we will have the webinar for sure. If nothing happens, to me, I'm pretty sure we'll have the webinar next week. So until then, guys, have a great evening and enjoy your week as well. Goodbye.